It's Jeremy Zaffron from the Home Run Traffic Center. It is heading up to 21 minutes past 5 o'clock. You're listening to Home Run on CBC Radio 1. I'm your host, Sue Smith. And today, students at several Lester B. Pearson schools walked out of class. They say they're supportive of teachers, but they're not happy with some of their pressure tactics. Teachers, as you know, across Quebec are continuing pressure tactics on the government. And what that means for a lot of students is that extracurricular activities and school events are cancelled. But at Royal West Academy, instead of protesting when their annual fundraiser was cancelled, one student has decided to take matters into her own hands. Her name is Tali Friedman. She's 16 years old. She's a student at Royal West, and she joins me in studio. Hello.
Hi.
So first of all, tell me about this annual fundraiser.
Okay, so pretty much since 1999, our school has been putting on a show, a dance show. It's mostly run by students, supervised by teachers, and it raises money for a charity called Dans la Rue, which helps homeless children who are on the streets, and it places them back in the education system. It contacts their families. It feeds them. There's food trucks that go around, and it gives them a roof over their heads when they have nowhere else to go. So the students are really passionate about this charity because we feel a strong connection to these kids who are just like us, but who just happen to come from less fortunate backgrounds. So since the show was started in 1999, we've raised well over $70,000 for the cause.
That's a huge amount of money. I understand you raise like upwards of $10,000 every year, right? Or $12,000 last year or something?
Around that, but then we also have to factor in the costs for DJs and equipment because it is a show and venues.
Okay. So, and tell me about the show aspect of it. Like, what does it entail?
Well, as it sounds like, it's a dance show, so it's composed of a bunch of different scenes of multiple different dance styles. We have contemporary, ballet, hip-hop, breakdancing, Greek dance, Bollywood.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fun.
So it's just a show that we put on, and it's really for the homeless kids. That's why we do it every year, and because we love to dance as well. So
okay, now this year, of course, is Work to Rule, and the teachers have said that they're not doing extracurricular activities. So how did this affect your fundraiser?
Well, how it affected us was pretty much that without the teachers who stay after school to supervise our practices, we weren't able to use the school facilities to hold the practices, which meant that we couldn't have a show. And ultimately, if the Work to Rule and the ECA band continued on into the year, the show is typically held in March.
Right.
If it continued until then we wouldn't have a venue to hold our show as well. And since we're just a bunch of students, we have no money to start with and nothing to really go off of to make the show happen. So what we have been doing, because we support the teachers 100%, all the students. But to us, Dance Show isn't just about the school, but it's about the kids who are helping. And we want to continue to help them as well. So what me and my 5 other colleagues who are also helping me produce the show this year have decided to do is take it upon ourselves to organize the show without being affiliated with the school, without the help of our teachers. So it's just the students that are doing this outside of school. We've been in contact with a bunch of local churches and community centers. So right now we're holding practice at St. Ignatius Church, which graciously lent us their facilities.
And do they have a stage or something? Or
it's just a little room in the basement for the time being to just hold our practices and because that's what it is. After school, we normally have practices 5 days a week, 3 to 7, just practicing our routines in order for us to be ready for the show. So,
and what have you heard from the school about the sort of the fact that you're doing it outside of school grounds and all of that, sort of working around the ECA?
Well, we kind of haven't really been in contact with the school because we really want to separate ourselves from the school. We don't want to go against the teachers. That's not what we're trying to do. So we've really just separated ourselves from the school and been doing this outside of the school's help without the teachers really knowing about it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So one of the things that you've decided to do is start your own fundraising campaign. I've got the page up in front of me. It's a GoFundMe. Tell me about that campaign. Why did you decide to go that route?
Yes. Well, even though the church is donating us their facilities, we still don't have enough money to have a venue or have a DJ or equipment that we need for the show, which is normally raised through sponsor money and raised by the students of the school. Mm-hmm. But because of all the extra pressure that is on the producers of the show this year, and because we don't have the help of the school to back us up, we've had to kind of take matters into our own hands. So aside from this fundraiser, we've been holding bake sales at school, which Doesn't seem like a lot.
No, I was going to say, how much money can you raise? I mean, I love Rice Krispie squares, but how much money can you raise on that?
I mean, in the long run, we've been fundraising for the past 2 or 3 weeks. We've raised over $1,000.
Wow. You guys are good at fundraising at
Thank you.
Royal. No kidding. So you've got a GoFundMe campaign. So what are you asking people to do?
Well, right now we're just asking for money for us to hold a venue and to hold practices outside of school, because that is our main problem that we are facing right now. But in the long run, our goal is to raise money for Dans la Rue. So all the proceeds of the show and all the money that we raise on the side and all the extra money that's left over from this GoFundMe campaign would be going to Dans la Rue.
Why are you so passionate about this?
Well, for me, I've been in the show since Sec 1, for the past 5 years. And it just means a lot to me. It's kind of just...
You've probably been like waiting all your school time to be part of it, right? In grade 11.
To be in charge of it. And I organized the show last year, and it's just the most amazing experience. You get close with the students, and it's just a tradition. But also because me and all the students at Royal West who are part of the dance show are just really passionate about this charity. We just want to help these kids, and we don't want to take away from them just because of everything that's happening with the teachers and the government. We don't want that to stop us from obtaining our goals. So.
And do you have a connection with the kids at Dans la Rue? Have you ever met any of them or talked to them? Or
no, we just want to help them. We haven't really ever. We actually want to go to Dans la Rue and talk to them and visit them because of everything extra that's been going on, and let them know everything that we've been doing, but we haven't really gotten around to that yet. So.
One thing at a time, huh? So what is your gut feeling on this, Tali? Is the show going to go on?
It is. Right now, everything's looking really hopeful. We have had to overcome a lot of obstacles in order to get where we are right now, but the fact that we do have a facility to hold our practices was a big step forward to us. So we do have a lot to accomplish in the future in order to make this happen, but I'm hopeful. We have a great team of people and students working together to make this happen.
Oh, wow. So, I mean, when you're graduating this year, is that right? Are you planning on going to like professional fundraising or show organizing or something like that?
No, I think I'm just going to go into maybe an arts program.
Sounds like you have a lot of passion for that too.
Yeah.
Well, good luck to you. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
My guest in studio is Tali Friedman. She's 16 years old. She's a student at Royal West, and they're raising money to put on a school dance show with the proceeds going to Dans la Rue. And they're trying to raise $3,000 right now. They're at $677, and we'll tweet that out on our Twitter feed at CBC Home Run. It is heading to news time. Joanne Bailey is standing by. Coming up in the next half hour, we are going to check on your sportscast